Hello, everyone. It's Steve with Financial Python here to do a follow-up to the product overview video that I did like a week ago. This one is going to be a deep dive into the alerting functionality. So the alerting is really like the bread and butter of the product, the main offering. Is that we would allow you as a user to configure your own stock alerts. So right now, what we have is just EMA and SMA crossovers, like moving average crossover alerts that you can set up for yourself. We are working on some more functionality, which I'll just show like a screenshot of. So it's like more functionality to add different alert types. As you can see, this is an example of like a volume spike. But we're going to have different alerts, like RSI, um, MACD, VWAP, a few other things like some technical indicators. But not only are we going to have like triggers, but we're also going to have conditions that need to be true. So you see like the idea with this alert is that you're looking for a a volume spike on the 1 day chart, but also you want the RSI to be neutral and a price less than 50. So, that's kind of the idea is that you're able to set up your triggers and conditions. But that's a little ways away. So I just wanted to show you in the meantime what we have right now, which is again these EMA and SMA crossovers. And the idea is that you can configure, you can select a stock, a time frame, and what crossover you're looking for. So in the example I have here, I'm looking at the Apple 1 day chart, the EMA9 crossing over the EMA11. And the idea is that I would get a text message or email based on my configuration as to when this happens. So when the EMA9 crosses above or below the EMA21 on the 1 day chart, I would receive a text or an email. That's actually controlled by my profile. So if I go to my profile page, I'm just going to blur out my phone number, but you can see I have my notification preferences. We have email or text. I prefer to just get them by email, but you can do just text or both, whatever you want to do. Again, I do it by email. So let's go back to the form, and if you're unsure how to configure, we do have a guide. I'm hoping it's kind of self-explanatory, but as you can see, we have this new alert button where we can press, and then this form comes up, allowing us to create an alert. And I'm just going to open the guide. Maybe we can just like follow along. So the guide, initially just explains what a moving average crossover is. Again, if you're not familiar with those, people use them for some different things in technical analysis, like they're to look for reversals, trend identification, breaking through support and resistance, some other things. And that's all stuff we actually explain on the homepage. If I go back there, we go through, again, the benefits of moving average crossovers. We go through some popular combinations and kind of what they're used for. And, in this case, the example we have here is the 5-period EMA and the 20-period EMA, the 50 and 200. You can cycle through some different things and see, again, like what they're used for and or what they can do. And in terms of what combination to use, that's kind of up to you and what type of trader that you are. So if you're a day trader versus if you're a swing trader, you're going to use different combinations on different time frames. If you're looking for long-term holds, that's kind of, again, that's up to you to determine what you want. But with what we have is basically the ability to set it up whatever is best for you. So again, like we're looking at in this case the 1 day EMA9 over the EMA21, but if I was a day trader, I might be interested in the 15-minute. As you can see, looking at the time frames, we offer 1 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day, 1 week. So depending on, again, your trading horizon, how long some people are just looking for scalps and just want to, know something immediately. I might just be looking at the 5 minute. So if I get a crossover, I come in, I check the chart. Okay, it looks good. Let me place a quick trade. Maybe I get another alert. If, I still have the alert set up, if there's now a cross below, then I know it's time to sell that trade. But again, that's going to be up to you, personal preference. Whatever you want to do. Um, but yeah, so so let's just go through the form. So the first thing that we're going to have is selecting a ticker. So as you can see, we have this form filled out. I can start typing, and it's going to fill it out if I'm looking for a specific stock. In this case, Apple. Um, as you can see, we also have the Twitter script and the Reddit script. I see those as options because I have a premium package. Those are only going to be available for premium and ultimate packages. But the idea with those is that, again, it's going to find the 5 most trending tickers on Twitter or the 5 most trending tickers on Reddit, and it's going to track those. So if I let's use that as an example. If I do the Twitter script on the 1 hour chart, and I want the EMA9, so I can select my moving average type. It's either going to be the EMA or the SMA. EMA being exponential moving average, SMA is simple moving average. So I can select the type, and then I can select the time frame. So this is saying the EMA 9 over the EMA 21. I could type to filter this if I want to. That goes up to 200, so I can go kind of whatever combination that I want. There is a constraint where you have to have the short time period needs to be shorter than the long time period, obviously. So if I try to enter it differently, it's going to throw an error. But if I create this alert with Twitter, what that's going to do is it's going to take the 5 trending stocks on Twitter, 5 based on my Twitter script, and it's going to say, okay, do any of those on the one. It's going to basically check all of them on the 1 hour chart when the 1 hour script runs and see if there was a crossover on any of those 5. So the idea, it's kind of basically you're getting 5 alerts in one, which is something that I like. Going back to the guide, you can see the guide kind of gives you some information in terms of what you would fill out on this form. So again, we're going to select the ticker. I could search for the company name, or I could search for Apple. It's kind of up to me. The time frame, the interval that we want to calculate on, the short moving average and the short moving average time frame. Again, that must be smaller than the large moving average time frame or long moving average time frame, as you can see. And the idea is that, again, you would receive notifications like you see here. So, if that happens at 12 p.m. in this example, the Amazon EMA 21 crosses above the SMA 48. That's just an example that I have here. We're going to receive an alert that looks like this, like, dear user, we've detected a signal, and it's going to give the information. And again, that can happen either through email or through text. It's kind of whatever you want to do. And again, going back to the form, so I'm going to see my alerts listed here. I see my alert count here. As you know, the different pricing tiers have different alert counts. A free tier, you're going to just get 10. If I go to my pricing, we can see free, you're going to get 10. Basic is going to be 30. Premium is going to be 70. And ultimate is going to be 150. And again, the Reddit and Twitter is only going to be available for premium and ultimate packages. But again, going back, the idea with this is that you can configure anything you want, as often as you want. You can configure this once and never change it. Personally, I like to change it daily, especially when I get the Reddit, Twitter, GPT newsletter. If you guys aren't familiar with this is another product that you get even with a free account on Financial Python. This is something that you would receive daily. Basically, what this does is it checks Reddit and Twitter for trending stocks and puts together this nice newsletter that we see here. So, some of these, even though they are like some penny stocks, like these are stocks that I wouldn't typically know anything about or be interested in. But when I see them here, I would, a lot of times I'll just grab one off of there, go back to my alert page. Okay, don't have that ticker. Okay, so it must be just a pink sheet, like I'm only having, like NASDAQ and S&P 500 stocks. So, so that might not be one that I'm able to find, but as you can see, a lot of times I'll just grab a different stock. Like if Pinterest is something that's being talked about, then yeah, I'll put that in. And as you can see, my form kind of stayed. So, I make it a little bit easier. But if I want to continuously make different alerts, like I may Pinterest, all right, let me look at the 1 hour, the 30 minute, the 15 minute. And this way I could, kind of see if a 15 comes in, then I'm going to start monitoring. And then if I see a 30-minute come in following that, then I'm going to know, okay, like there may be a trend happening here. So that's something that I like to do is put different alerts for, find one stock and put different alerts on it for different time periods. But yeah, obviously, how you find your stocks that you want to track is up to you. I am working on some availability for OTC stocks right now. Again, I just have the S&P and Nasdaq and the New York Stock Exchange tickers available, but I am working on getting getting some pink sheets in here as well. So yeah, again, up to you. The stocks you're interested in, as well as the time frames. Depending on your trading horizon, and again, what moving average type is best for you. That's kind of something that we're gonna leave up to you as the user. Even though we do provide some examples of some possibilities. But, on the home page, if you want to obviously cycle through that and see what's good for you, that's up to you. We do kind of say again, like day traders going to use shorter time frames, swing traders and maybe are going to use some longer ones, obviously. But again, that's up to you. And the idea is that after you configure those, you're going to receive some notifications that look like this. Really, as soon as they happen, you should receive those notifications. So it just helps you stay ahead of the game a little bit, so you don't have to be staring at the screen all day. The idea is that you can be going about your business, whether that's working, taking care of your kids, whatever the case may be, and you're going to receive a notification. You can go in to check a chart real quick, see if the stock meets your criteria, and if you want to place a trade, again, that's on you. So hopefully this is something you guys find useful. Again, the idea is in the future we're going to have a lot more alert types with some different conditions, which I'm really excited about. But I'll keep you guys updated. That's going to be a little while, but hopefully not too long. So thank you guys for checking this out, and hope you learned something and hope you like it. Thanks. Bye.